Hello, good morning everyone. It's me again, Miss Kendra from Learn and Play Montessori School. How are you doing? Good? Okay, that's good. Maybe after we do some breathing today, you'll feel great. How does that sound? Pretty good, right? Yeah, okay, let's look at the calendar. Yesterday was Tuesday, that's right, which means today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. We move forward one day. It's the 29th. What month is it? July. It is Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. Thank you. How many months are in the year? 12 and days in the week? 7. Okay, fantastic. Let's do some language worksheets. Today, we are going to be doing some ending blending sounds. We did a lot of beginning blending sounds. Now we're going to take a look at some ending blending sounds. Let's do that together. Let's write our name up top. And the date. All right, use the ending blends to make new words. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ending blends, and we have all these beginning of words, and we need to use these to make some new words. But we're going to make some real words, right? We're not going to make some silly words, some made-up words. That's for later. We can make silly words down here at the bottom. But for these, we're going to make some real words. First, let's make these sounds together. What is this? That's an NK. So what is that going to make? Nk. Nk. Right? Maybe we can use this one. What is this? Thing. Nk. Can we put NK there? Yeah, let's try it. NK. Think. 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 Is that a word? Oh yeah, it's a word. And what about this next sound here? NG. Right? It's not ing like ing. It's just the ing. I know, it's funny to say all by itself, right? And what sound do those letters make? Shh. Yeah, you remember that one. And when we see TH together, what sound does that make? Yeah, like in the word the. Okay, cool. Let's see here. So we have another thing. And what are some ending sounds we can put on to this? Can we put a TH here? Fifth? That's not a word I know. That's that's a silly word. We can put it down here. Fifth. That's not a real word. That's silly. What about a different one? Fish? No. What about this one? NG? Thing? Oh, that sounds familiar. Let's write it here. Let's write it and say it together. What is that? Thing. When we see ing, it's a ing, right? Thing. And we made the word think. That looks good. Now, down below, we have SI. What sound does that make? C. Yeah. SIC. Yeah. So we need to try some of these ending blends. What are we going to work? What can we put after the SI? Can we try this one? Ink, sink, ink, sink. Does that work? Sink, sink, sink. Is that a word? Sink. Yeah, that's a word. Let's write NK after this. SI. Sink. Awesome. Let's do another one. We're going to finish this SI later. Let's try a WI. Wih. Wih. Are these going to work? Let's try NG. Does that work? Wing. 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 Does that work? Is wing a word? Yeah. Let's write NG here. Wing. Wing. Okay, so we tried that one. What about NK? Wing. Ink. Wing. Ink. Wink. Wink. That works. We can wink. Maybe you can wink. Miss Kendra is not skilled in winking. Let's see here. Another WI. Can we try these ones? What about sh, wish, wish? Does that work? Wish, yeah, that works. Wish. Exactly right. Let's try a BA. What sounds do BA make together? Ba or bang. Yeah, that's the beginning blend. So let's add our ending blend. How about TH? BATH. 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 Yeah, let's write a TH there. Bath. Great. Okay, let's finish the rest of this worksheet later. Let's take a look at some compound words. What is a compound word? Let's put our name up top. What is a compound word? Yeah, something like that. A compound word is one of those words that is like two different words put together to make another word. Isn't that neat? Yeah, that's really cool. So it says choose the compound word from the list below that matches each pair of pictures. We have these words down below. Let's read all these words out loud. Ready? First one is rainbow. Rainbow. And the next one is basketball. Basketball. And then we have the word toothbrush. Toothbrush. And eyeball. And butterfly. Okay, so let's look at these pictures. What is this a picture of? Rain. Yeah, that's rain. And what is this a picture of? A bow. Yeah, that's a bow. Now let's say rain and bow together. What word are we going to find like that? Rainbow. 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 That's the word. Rain plus bow equals rainbow. Let's write rainbow on the line. R A I N B O W. Rainbow. Rainbow. That's kind of funny. This next picture is a what? A basket. Yeah, that's a basket. And what is this? A soccer ball? Yeah, we can call it a ball today. Basket and ball. So what is basket plus ball? Basket, ball. Basket, ball. What word does that make? Basketball. Exactly right. Basketball. Let's write basketball on the line here. B A S K E T B A L. Basketball. Super. Let's do one more and take a look at the next worksheet. Here is that's a tooth. And this is a brush, a paintbrush, a tooth and a brush. Together, what do you hear? Tooth, brush. Tooth, brush. Toothbrush. Toothbrush. Is that a word? Yeah, toothbrush. 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 Tooth plus brush is toothbrush. Let's write toothbrush on the line. T O O T H B R U S H. Toothbrush. Awesome. Okay, let's finish the next two at home and take a look at our next worksheet. This is more compounding words. Let's put our name up top. And the date. Draw a line to match the two words that will make a compound word. So we have some options here. We have 5 words over here and 5 words over here. We need to make a real compound word. So we have quite a few things. We have butter, rattle, space, a back, foot, and on this side, so this is going to be the beginning of the word. This will be the end of the word. We have snake, pack, ball, fly, and ship. So let's see here. First one is butter. What can we add to butter from over here? Are we going to draw a line from butter to snake? Butter snake? What about a butter ball? No, not today. What about a butter fly? Butterfly. Oh, yeah, we can connect those two. Butterfly is a compound word. Butterfly. Awesome. Next, we see a rattle. A rattle. That's the first half of the word. Rattle, and then is it going to be a rattle ship? A rattle pack? What about this? You say that one? Rattlesnake. Have you heard of a rattlesnake before? Yeah, that's a compound word, rattlesnake. Let's draw a line from the rattle dot to the snake dot. The next picture is of space. We can have a space pack. Can have a space Ball? What about a space ship? Oh, spaceship. Is that something we know? Yeah, that's another compound word. Spaceship. Let's draw a line from space to ship. Okay, good job. Let's finish the rest of these at home later. Let's take out our reader and something to cover your answers. Okay, we see our friend Sam here again today. Let's read this together. Sam has a cat or hat on his lap. Well, what do we see? Do we see a cat or a hat on his lap? A cat. Let's circle cat. And the next sentence is, let's read this one together too. The cat sits on Sam's lap. Sam's lap. Sam's. What are we missing here? Sam's. I see Sam. We need Sam's. Not a Z, an S. Yeah, an S. Sam's lap. Okay, let's do one more on this page and then we're going to look at the next page. This man has a tan mat or a tan hat? What does he have? Is that a mat? No, that's a hat. Yeah, let's circle hat. All right, and the next sentence says, the hat is on his lap or on his map. Yeah, his lap. Exactly right. Excellent job. Let's finish these two later and let's look at our next page. I'm going to cover my answers again. Let's do the first two over here. That is a tack or a sack on Anne's lap. You see your friend Anne there? Yeah, what's on her lap? A tack or a sack? A tack? No, that's too pokey. A sack. Yeah, let's circle sack. Okay, and next sentence. Sam has a bat on his what? His lap. What letter are we missing here in lap? L. Yes, lap. L. Let's do one more here. This is a man's lap. Is this a man's lap? Yeah, is that a man's lap? No. Let's circle the lap. Fantastic. Okay, and I want all my friends, don't you forget to find a book you really like and read it and share with us about it. I love to hear it. Thank you. Okay, let's come on over here and we're going to do some math. We've been doing a lot of math, and today we're going to take a better look into multiplication. Okay, so let's sit down and take a look at our worksheets for today. Here, the first one, I'm starting with the worksheet that has the hot dogs on top. Okay, So let's write our name up top. And the date. Okay. So, when we're doing multiplication, we remember that we're looking for groups. Okay, so in this first one, we see how many groups? How many groups? Right, there's 2 groups. So we have a 2 here. And how many hot dogs are in each group? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know 5 hot dogs are in each group. We can put a 5 over here. So how many times do we have 5? 2 times, right? We have 5 1 time, 2 times. This is 5 times 2. 5 times 2. 1, 2. So to know what 5 times 2 is, we'd have to count all of these together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So later we can know that 5 times 2 equals 10. Because we can see we have 5 2 times. Cool. Okay, and the next one, let's come over here. These are little candies. So how many groups do we have? How many circles do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 groups of what? How many pieces of candy are in each group? 1, 2, 3. That's right. So we have 5 groups of 3. This is 3. How many times? 5. How many pieces of candy do we have all together here? When we have 5 groups of 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So when we have 3, 5 times, all together, we have 15. Now, this next one, how many groups are here? 1, 2, 3 groups are here. And how many apples are in each group? 4. That's right, 4. So we have 3 groups of 4. Okay, let's do this next one here. These are circles here, very light. Sorry about that. How many groups are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. How many sandwiches are in each group? Yeah, just 1. Just 1. That's right. Okay, let's finish the rest of these later. Don't worry about these equations. You don't have to do those. Those are just some extras. Okay, let's look at the next worksheet. Here, circle the multiplication sentence that describes each grouping. You got your name up top? Fantastic. So we're going to look at these pictures and groups and see what is the multiplication sentence that goes with those groups? Number 1, how many groups do we see? Okay, so we see 4 groups, yep. And how many stars are in each group? 4. Yeah, so we have 4 groups and 4 stars. So it's going to be 4 times what? Yeah, 4. It's 4 and 4. So what are we looking for? Oh, 4 times 4? Yeah, it's not 1 times 4. I don't see any. 2 times 4? No. 4 times 3? No. It's 4 times 4. Let's circle A. And number 2, how many groups do we have? 3 groups. Okay, and how many pink squares are in each group? Right, there's 5. So we need to think how many, the first number in our times is going to be how many is in each group. There's 3 groups of 5. So we need to know what the groups are of. That's 5. And then it's going to be times what? It's 5. How many times? 3. 5 times 3. Right? This is 5 times 3. Yeah, okay, or 3 times 5. Okay, let's circle D. Okay, good job, everyone. Let's look at the next page. It looks like this. And maybe you have another one that's upside down. That's okay. Same thing. We have just this one. All right, let's put our name up top. Miss Kendra. And the date. Here we have some groups of 2. So here, how many groups do we have? We have 3 groups of 2. So when we write it, we write like that, 2 times 3. These are more groups of what? Of 2. That's right. Times how many? How many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 4. Awesome. And now, how many blue dots total when we have 2 4 times? 2 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dots all together. And now we have 2, how many times? Once, just once. And that means we have how many blue dots? 1, 2, exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's keep going with that at home. And let's first sing a little song, and then we'll talk about our lungs. I brought some water and some sponges. Okay, you guys remember our school bus driver song we've been singing this week? Fantastic. Let's sing that together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The school bus driver drives the bus, drives the bus, drives the bus. The school bus driver drives the bus to take the kids to school. The driver needs to watch the road, watch the road, watch the road. The driver needs to watch the road to take the kids to school. The driver needs to listen up, listen up, listen up. The driver needs to listen up to take the kids to school. You can help by sitting still, sitting still, sitting still. This will help the bus driver take the kids to school. Awesome! That's fantastic. Nice. Are you ready to take a big breath? We're going to make our chest get big. And small again. Awesome. Good job. So yesterday we talked a lot about our respiratory system. Well, Monday we talked a lot about our respiratory system. And we know that when we breathe, we take the air in through our nose or our mouth, and it goes down past the larynx, right, that makes us talk, and it goes down the trachea, right? The trachea is that tube that goes down in our chest. And we have how many lungs? 2 lungs. So if we have 2 lungs and 1 tube, how can both the lungs get the air, get that oxygen? Well, it needs to be split, right? Yeah. So we have the bronchus, and that is a big tube connected to the trachea. It's green here, and it splits into 2. So the air going down the trachea can go into both lungs, right? We have 2 lungs. We use both of them, always. Okay, and we have, if we just have a tube right here at the top of the lung, that's not going to get the air all the way down to the bottom of the lung. So we have even more smaller tubes going all through the lung, taking the air to the different parts of the lung. And like on our worksheet, we have the bronchus, right? The bronchus, and that's the big tube that takes the air to each lung. And then we have the broncholi, who is the smaller, and it's orange on here, the smaller tubes taking the air further into the lung. And then at the end of those tubes and all throughout our lungs is the alveoli. The alveoli, that's these. Those are the little blue, they look like grapes, right? Yeah, those are little air pockets in our lung. And when we breathe in the air, they fill up with air. They're little air sacs, kind of like a sponge. Our lung is pink and squishy and kind of like a sponge. So these alveoli soak up all that air, like a sponge will soak up the water into those little air pockets. Just like a sponge has little holes. Well, let's look at the sponge. Let's just look at it. We have here a sponge, some water, and this is a dry sponge, and this is a wet sponge. So when they're dry, it's the same size. Or yeah, when they're both dry or both wet, they're the same size. When this sponge is all wet, right, all these little holes inside, all these little holes fill up with water, just like our lungs fill up with air in all the little lung air pockets, the alveoli. So if we take a big breath and fill up our lungs, you remember your chest gets bigger. and it soaks it all up, and then it's big, right? Now it's the same size. It's big. It filled up all these little pockets with water. Or if it's in our lungs, it's air, right? And if we exhale, we breathe all the air out, and we let the sponge dry, it will go back small, like our lungs. Amazing, right? Miss Kendra's getting a mess. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's take a look at our worksheet. We have some tracing to do and some drawing. My name is Miss Kendra. The date is July 29th. Okay, so trace these words. We are missing a very important letter off our broncholi here. It's a B, right? Yeah, B goes over here first. B, R, O, N, C, H, I, O, L, E. And we remember from Monday the bronchus. That's the big one. B, R, O, N, C, H, U, S. The bronchus. Can you say bronchus? Good, and that's the big one. The broncholi are these smaller tubes that bring the air further into the lungs. Broncholi. And last, we see those little air pockets, those little air sacs. The alveoli. A, L, V, E, O, L, I. And now we can draw all those things, those three things, the bronchus, the broncholi, and the alveoli. So I picked 3 different colors for those 3 different things. So let's draw the bronchus first, the big one first. So we're gonna have, this is our trachea, right? Yeah, and then that's gonna split off to our bronchus, the big one. So that's my bronchus. What color are you making your bronchus? Oh, that sounds nice. And then we need the broncholi, right? Yeah, those are going to be smaller tubes. They're going to come off of the bronchus, because that's where the air is coming from, right? Going down the trachea, and then it's going to make its way there, all throughout the whole lung. Okay, and then you guys are gonna make it so much nicer than this. I'm so happy for you. This is a little bit messy, Miss Kendra. You could do better. Now we need some alveoli. Let's make it orange. I'm making mine orange. Sorry about that pencil. We're gonna do gently too, so we don't keep breaking it. All right, nice and gentle. Oh, that's kind of, this will be in there. All right, and some little alveoli, some air pockets that we're gonna soak up all that air and oxygen when we are breathing. And these alveoli are always working really hard. Awesome job. Okay, let's finish coloring that at home. It was really great to see you guys again, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.